that the fact that he's going to be charged with conspiracy to commit a felony and uttering false information over that alleged police raid. Well, some of the people who accompanied him were politicians and lawyers said this is clear, simple witch hunt.
Well, I think, first of all, I'll look at it in three lenses. One is that what goes around comes around. Matiang'i was one time the interior minister. We know what happened to Miguna Miguna. We know what happened to the current deputy president. He was taken off his house with pants and into a boot of. So to that extent, I don't sympathize with him. The issue of charges, that is proven in a court of law. So the police have to charge him, take him to court. Then that is going to be dealt with at the courts, especially the High Court. The third one is the civil part of me that says this state or this country has gotten a new constitution, and there is a reason why Kenyans have suffered for it. Individuals have paid price to where we are today, because this was sometimes a very police state where people, remember not so far ago, immediately after independence, there was emergency in northern Kenya, people were camped and killed. So through that experience, we never wanted the state to have so much power and just do whatever it takes. So the state itself, I mean, there was intimidation, keeping them 9 hours. I'm sure the senior government officials, whether it's the Ministry of Interior or guys at the deputy office of the deputy president, whether it's himself or the handlers, in one way or another, they were intimidating Matiang'i to that extent. So what is a country that wants to be a nation where the rule of law is very much the cornerstone for everything is you call him, and then which he has the right to have lawyers. He goes there, and you tell him the charges, you read him his rights, then you go to court, you execute some of the things. But there is a lot of political innuendos and drama with it, of the humiliation part and keeping him there. Matiang'i is a victim of his, when you are making laws, they say, sometimes when, I listened to Miguna, sometimes he was here with Dibale, and he used to say, when you're making laws, make sure you make them for your enemies, so that in case they find themselves in the leadership of that particular state, there's nothing much they can do to you. When you remember the security bill came up, I remember I was in court when Judge Vincent Odunga threw 8 clauses of those. So we should be a nation that believes in the rule of law. I do not want to focus more on the politics of it. It's a revenge, either by the office of the deputy president, because from...
So, because there have been actually, concerns and talks that what appears to be is that this could be payback.
Of course, every government, there is always people who are handling some of these things and in the shadows. Remember when we were here discussing about when Raila was sacked and he said he's going to step down, a few days he said Ruto sacked him. Government works in a very mysterious ways.
All right.
So I think what is happening to Matiang'i is what he did to others. What goes around comes around. If you misbehave in an office, those other come will misbehave. But what I think is, as a country, it's not healthy for us. It is not befitting. It's also a warning to those in the Kenya Kwanza government right now. I mean, the guys who have been complaining not so long ago last year are now bastardizing the media and having a lot of arrogance in office, so they easily forget. Yeah, it's a warning to current leaders also.
Okay.